We're going to delve into the forbidden vault of dark psychology, the secret science of bending minds. So fear not, fellow social sorcerers. Did your previous effort at telepathy leave you with uncomfortable looks and a ringing silence? Think about this equally exciting sequel to the video where we transformed your crush into a puppy, minds without breaking the law. Buttercup, be ready because we are about to transform into humans. First Whisperer's trick. The first trick is called the conversation shift. When you want someone to stop talking, use this cunning move. Drop something like a pen and bend down to pick it up. While you're down there, ask a different question that changes the subject. This way, you can move the conversation in a different direction without being abrupt. For example, if your colleague keeps yapping about their weekend, drop that pen and ask, "Oops, what happened with your presentation yesterday?" This redirects the conversation without being rude. Just remember that practice makes perfect, unless you're dropping mom blanks. You can also use paper planes, but make sure to stick to paper ones instead of real ones. I believe that my sense of humor is the only thing darker than these psychological ploys. Trick number 2, the gratitude power. The second trick, the power of gratitude. Have you ever had someone apologize to you and you wanted to make sure they didn't make the same mistake again? This strategy can be quite helpful in these kinds of situations. For example, if your coworker spills coffee on your favorite dress, you should say thank you for apologizing, I appreciate it, rather than just brushing it off with a casual no problem. This may seem counterintuitive, but the psychology behind it is as follows. By expressing gratitude, you acknowledge their apology and imply that their act of repentance is commendable. This can instill a sense of responsibility in the other person, reducing the likelihood that they will repeat the mistake in the future. Trick number 3, sharing secrets. The third trick is sharing secrets. When trying to get someone to confide in you, try sharing a secret, even a made-up one about yourself, and make sure to stress how private it is. For example, you could say, "I've never told anyone this before," but then you could share a personal story and end with, "Please don't mention it to anyone." This tactic works because it gives the other person a sense of specialness and selection, which makes them feel more trusted than others and increases the likelihood that they will share their own secrets with you. It's a psychological test, pro quo. If you divulge a secret to someone, they will feel obliged to follow suit, and before you know it, you'll be swimming in secrets deeper than the Mariana Trench. I take no responsibility for any marriages, divorces, or cults that may arise from the improper application of this tactic. The fourth trick, the power of compliments. The power of compliments. When you compliment someone, say nice things about them frequently, tell them that their laugh could end world hunger or that their hair smells like rainbows, you can make them feel less guarded and more important. It's like opening a door to their trust. Remember that it's all about being subtle and not overdoing it. On a memorable occasion, scatter compliments like confetti, since too many can come across as fake. Trick number 5, darkness. Trick 5, use creative questions and dark psychology. Use the skill of creative questioning to get information without raising suspicions by slipping in a question with inaccurate data, such as, "I heard your brother is a heart surgeon. Is that correct?" This technique functions by piquing people's curiosity and forcing them to correct you when you give false information. It's similar to a subtle detective approach to information collection. This appeals to their desire to make things clear and correct. The record. Asking your brother what he does directly could cause suspicion, but if you insert your question into a discussion, it comes out as casual and doesn't trigger any defensive reactions. Using this sneaky psychological technique, you can get the information you need without raising any red flags. When they think they are only fixing a simple error, individuals are frequently more candid. If these techniques don't work, blame Mercury being in retrograde or perhaps just your uncomfortable charm. Trick number 6, the charm of innocence in psychology. The psychology of innocence's charm. If you want others to trust you and feel at ease with you, pretend that you don't know much. Don't show off your intelligence or boast about your accomplishments. Instead, seem cool and innocent. Why does this work when you project an air of ignorance? Everyone tends to feel more at ease in your presence. They won't perceive you as a threat and will be more willing to share with you. It's like giving them a platform, and they will value that. Keep in mind that immense power entails immense responsibility. Use these tips for positive, such as persuading your roommate to do the dishes once or obtaining an additional piece of pizza at a gathering. Seventh trick, emotional regulation. Don't be overly emotional. Keep your emotions in check to appear more in control. Being constantly joyful or furious makes you appear vulnerable, and when people see your weaknesses, they may use them against you. Maintain your feelings, like a plot by the government, under wraps. Let me conclude by saying that a poker face conveys knowledge that you lack, and I guarantee that people will be eager to discover it. So there you have it, folks. 7 dark psychology tricks that will keep you reading. Using these ethically like a superhero with a therapist will help you understand your mind like a pro, or at least give you a pretty good idea of what's going on inside. Bonus: if you're itching for more mind-bending tricks, check out my previous video, 12 Dark Psychology Tricks to Make Your Crush Obsessed with You. It's similar to this one, but has more tricks, questionable love spells, and awkward high school dances. Until the next time, continue to be cunning, inquisitive, and hopefully out of trouble.